has the IDF given up its goal of degrading Hamas and saving the hostages? We know that Netanyahu has not given up his goal on what he calls Greater Israel, but have they given up their goal of degrading Hamas and getting the hostages back?
Look, Israel's withdrawing military from Gaza. On their own admission, they say that they've only accounted for 20% of Hamas's tunnels. I say that that's a BS number, too high. Why? Because if you can say 20%, that means you know what 100% is, which means you know where the rest of the tunnels are, but somehow they still exist. Israel has no clue what the Hamas tunnel network is. Hamas has used that tunnel network effectively to inflict 1,000 cuts on the Israelis. They've had to pull two of their top brigades, the Golani Brigade and the Givati Brigade, out of Gaza because they took prohibitive levels of casualties. They've pulled out of areas now. They never won Khan Yunis. They're pulling out in northern Gaza, which they said we won that battle. They're pulling out. Hamas is pulling back in, reoccupying. The Israelis cannot continue this fight. So they're pulling out. It's a humiliation. Hamas has beat Israel. Now, I saw some of the comments, how did Hamas win? They won by not losing. You see, all Hamas has to do to win this fight is survive. Not only have they survived, but they've inflicted prohibitive casualties on the Israelis. They've made this war too expensive for Israel. And then politically speaking, the idea was to destroy Hamas politically so that they would never again be representing the Palestinian people. Right now, Mahmoud Abbas, the president of the Palestinian Authority, is saying that once this is all done, he's going to have an election where he is going to respect the will, and they anticipate that Hamas will win everything, the presidency, the legislature. You can't ignore Hamas now. They're the most politically relevant Palestinian political organization in the world today, and the world is rallying behind the cause of a Palestinian state. So Israel has lost. They have lost politically, and they've lost militarily, and they've lost economically. Thanks to Hezbollah's actions, the actions of Hamas, and the actions of the Houthi, the economy of Israel is being strangled. The port of Eilat has no ships in it, none. It's one of the major ports of Israel, no ships at all. Israel still has to deal with 70,000 people, or I think it's 70,000 out of the north, another 20,000 or 30,000 from the south, who are displaced, homeless. They have to be settled in hotels. That costs money. The economy of northern Israel isn't functioning. Neither is the economy of southern Israel because of these conflicts. So Israel has lost economically. This is the strategic defeat of Israel. And at some point in time, the only thing that keeps Israel on this suicidal path is Benjamin Netanyahu and his band of right-wing fanatics. And their days are numbered. The Israeli press speaks about it. Opposition speaks about it. Whispers from the military say that Netanyahu's got to go because he's destroying Israel. He's not helping Israel.